Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. Oh my goodness. Are you ready? Are you ready, my loves, for this? The most dramatic show finale in the history of time ever. Allegedly. I don't actually... What was that? Allegedly, because I don't know what sort of drama we're going to see today, my loves, in the finale of There's Something About Miriam. Oh my God. Hasn't it just been quite the journey to get to here? There has been sabotage, espionage, there's been copyright cases, there's been content ID, there's been YouTube policy reformation.
No.
So, my loves, in the last episode of There's Something About Miriam, we had a bit of drama when it came to actually uploading my video. I had to do a recap style re-edit of the entire show. If you were there, you saw it. I did my best. I really did. And overall, considering what I had to do to get that video out there, I think it worked quite well, you know. I severely hope that this one does not have to undergo quite the same extreme makeover as the other ones that I have made previously. In this series, we have seen some of the most unhinged, transphobic, homophobic, and downright just derogatory, misogynistic language, conversations, and exposure of the typical British lad, and also how far production is willing to push essentially what is a punchline to make TV history. Ugh. Can we even say that? It's disgusting, isn't it? I can't believe I just said that. The top comment on the last episode is by CM Lady, and they say, "It makes me sad that shows like this existed. I'm a gay man, but it hurts my soul what this show did to my transgender community. Sending love your way, Luxeria." Yes. So essentially, it is kind of shocking that this show was made. I mean, it's made by the same people that also made a show called Playing It Straight, in which Rolly has reacted to on his Chanel. We reacted to the finale together, which is again about like LGBT deception in a way. And this kind of format is so reductive. It's reductive. It reduces a trans person's experience, or in the case of Playing It Straight, a gay person's experience, to one aspect of their entire life. Can you hide this thing about you? And it's like quite grim, actually. I always say that I'm many, many, many things before I'm a transsexual woman. And while that absolutely is the case, the fact that I am a transsexual woman has 100% impacted the way that I view the world and my place in this planet, so to speak. So the idea that a company or producers are trying to profit off the idea of forcing someone to hide something quite integral to their life behind a veil of mystery and then produce a reality TV show about it is just vile. I genuinely don't know what we're going to see in today's episode, and I don't know. I'm quite apprehensive about this one because this is meant to be the real big finale reveal, isn't it? The thing we've been leading up to all season, girls. The big explosive reveal. And I'm just kind of like, oh, do I even want to watch this? The answer is yes. Yes, I do, because it's important to show just how far the dehumanization of trans people went. And is still happening, actually. Even though we've moved along a little bit, it certainly feels like a very hostile political environment towards us right now. With that being said, my loves, shall we get on and watch There's Something About Miriam, episode 6, the final. There she is.
Tonight, the dramatic finale of the most explosive dating experience of a lifetime.
Sure,
I think it's about time for them to know.
We're down to the final two guys in our millionaire's mansion.
Oh yes,
both trying
Scott
to win the
versus
heart
Tom.
of our gorgeous Latino model Miriam.
Latina, sis, ignorant English man.
Cruise on a luxury yacht with Miriam as company and £10,000
We don't need the crotch shot again, sis.
Head off. And
that was a bit much, wasn't it? He really looks like the host of that show called Tipping Point in this shot. Every time I see it, I'm like, what's his name? Ben something. Ben Shepherd? Is it Ben Shepherd? This man here on the screen. Tom really looks like him here.
One
Right, here
guy
we go.
faced eviction each week. Now there's only 2 left. But
Two?
this is no
Who
ordinary
will make it to
dating
the
show
pageant?
because there's something about Miriam the guys still don't know.
Oh, she's got a
I wasn't
degree.
born as a girl. I was born as a man.
I hate that. Blech. Nobody's born a man or a woman. They're born as babies. 2000s rave on the game. I've got gout. I'm feeling a bit pathetic today, everyone. So let's go. Oh, God. There's something about Miriam, girls.
After 2 nerve-wracking weeks, Miriam has a tough decision. We're down to the
Look at
final
those hateful sandals.
2. So, which guy, Tom or Scott, will win Miriam's heart and persuade her
genuinely don't
that
know.
he's the man for her?
This is quite
Miriam will have to make that decision soon. And more to the point, reveal to all 7 guys that the person that they've been wooing actually started life as a man.
Shut up! Started life as a man. Imagine starting life as like a 30-year-old man. That just seems like horribly uncomfortable. So, there's something there that I didn't actually realise was going to happen. For some reason in my mind, I was like, she's going to reveal to the winner that she's trans. But actually, she's going to reveal to everyone that she's trans. So, actually, when they say, like, you have to leave the villa, all the men are leaving the villa, they actually haven't left. They've just clearly gone to go and stay in, well, what? Stay in a hotel nearby? Stay in a different part in the villa? Stay in a different bedroom? Like, what? Like, so the evicted people don't just get sent back home. They're, like, sequestered? So, reality TV nonsense, once again. But not only is it a case of she could have revealed it in a private moment with the winner to try and, like, I don't know, maybe not get battered to death by 7 men, but clearly they want it for the most dramatic reaction because it's going to be a group mentality reaction, isn't it? I can't imagine that all 7 of these men are going to be like, oh, all right, yeah, you know. I cannot imagine that that is what they're going to do. Right, here we go, girls. Oh.
This morning, Tom and Scott faced their last
They
challenge.
played basketball
Over the last 2
and did
weeks,
some kicks.
Ex-Army Sergeant Major Tanner has pulled no punches at challenging these lads.
What's the challenge going to be today? Oh, get in the river and die!
Winning the swim to the boat, the triathlon, and boat drag.
Oh, yeah. Boat drag. So, interestingly, if we're looking at statistics here, she's got a degree. Tom has won 3 challenges, but we also know that in this show, challenge wins means absolutely nothing, as we saw from the last episode, and I think it was episode 2 as well, where Miriam was just like, I want you on a date. So, what's the storyline? What's point? What's the storyline?
What's the point?
But last time, he was beaten by Scott in the chariot race.
So Scott has 1 win,
Today,
and Tom
Tanner's
has 3.
brought them to the city wall for their toughest test yet.
Where is this?
Right,
That looks
guys, my final
beautiful.
challenge. See the wall in
Who's
front?
that man? Oh, I got confused because he's also yelling at the presenter as if he's part of it. Okay, well, sure. There's room for everyone. There's goiter. My Instagram is popping off. Can you not? I'm doing something very important.
See the wall in front?
See the wall?
At the top of the rugged rock, there are roses. You are to climb the wall.
At the top of the rugged rock, there are roses. So they have to not only sprint at the wall, they have to climb vertically up the wall to grab roses to give to Miriam. Okay.
Retrieve the roses and climb back down. And then present those. You are to climb the wall, retrieve the roses and
What's
climb
with the jump
back
cuts
down.
on the roses?
And then present the roses to the lovely Miriam.
First guy back to Miriam with the rose wins the first date. Do you both understand?
Something weird is happening
So
with
while
the
you're
audio
still
here.
Let's go.
God.
A team of experts is on hand making sure the boys' climb is safe. They've both done some climbing before, but nothing as big as this 60-foot sheer rock face.
Oh my
The
God.
wall was pretty big. Like most of the challenges so far, it's a lot bigger than it actually looks.
I think I'm quite good at climbing. I'm quite...
Is that another like, ha ha, Willy's joke? Oh, it's actually bigger than it looks, girls. Penis.
I think I'm quite good at climbing. I'm quite good at things. I think I've got quite good upper body strength.
Right.
Plus I'm quite flexible, which I can get my leg over things and that, if you know what I mean. Ooh.
Oh no! Oh no, is that a joke that...
Miriam's gonna get your leg over your shoulder, girl.
Right, sure, puns galore. Do you know, we haven't watched one of these episodes in absolutely ages, and the reason is because of the copyright nonsense, but I genuinely forgot the amount of puns that you can make of, like, I don't know, a transsexual woman topping someone.
Oh, sir. Suit you, sir.
I'm surprised you didn't squat on that dick!
It's equal because Tom is very good in the challenge. Scott is very good at it too.
Yes.
So I really don't know who's gonna win.
Right, boys, this is
Ooh.
your final challenge. Are
Who's
you
gonna
ready?
be?
Stand by.
Stand by. Oh my God, immediately clocked for this music. Absolutely not.
We both started off sort of neck and neck for the first few feet.
Neck and neck. Why didn't you just say cock and cock?
My game plan is to go straight up the middle. It's the easiest
Is
route,
it
and
straight
only
up the
one person
middle?
can Get up the middle.
Straight up the cock? I'm surprised they haven't said rock hard blah blah.
Scott's inching away from Tom. He's
Inching?
having trouble keeping his grip on the loose rock.
3 points contact.
Trouble keeping his
Quite a
grip.
few stones actually came away in my hand and fell. And
Came
so I
away in
was
his
throwing
hand.
myself.
Oh dear, I don't think he's going to do well on this one. Maybe he should get closer to some
Scott's
Willy.
tactics of climbing straight up the middle are working. He's forced Tom into even more trouble.
I pushed him away from the easy bit, so he had to take the overhang.
Come on, Tom.
I mean, I'm not really
I
seeing
didn't
any
know
of
that overhang was
okay.
coming until I literally hit my head on it. Luck of the draw, really. He got a nice flat bit and I got a great big overhang.
Keep going, Tom. Well done.
Any rock climbers in the audience here? Are these like normal phrases that you would use, or is this like,
Ha ha, she's got a cock.
I struggle to believe that like these puns were ever necessary to say. Do you know what I mean? I struggle to believe that it's just like, you know, going to a rock climbing class is like getting Pornhub etiquette. Like I just don't see it. I don't.
Come on, Tom.
Who's gonna win? Clearly
Tom's
Scott.
tussle with the overhang costs him time.
Tussle with the
Scott's
overhang.
moved clear, has the roses and the first date with Miriam in his sight.
First date. Okay, so there's gonna be several this episode. I've got the bouquet, girls. I'm getting married.
I really wanted to win because there's a date, so now I can have even more time with me.
I have won a lot of challenges, so, you know, it's about time I sat back and let someone else take some glory.
I beat him with ease, which is even better, so I feel really good about it.
Come on, Tom.
Okay, but there's some
Yeah, I'm
camaraderie.
a bit gutted, yeah, 'cause I've done, you know, a bit of climbing before, so I was relatively confident before we started. I've had a shoulder injury for about 4 days now, so that didn't help either.
Oh,
It really hurts
oh
now.
no! She's got the Eureka treatment.
You're watching the BBC.
When did you hurt your shoulder? From maybe getting pulled along by that boat? I wonder if he said something like, oh yeah, I hurt myself in that challenge, blah, blah, blah. And the production have said, don't say that, no, don't say that, please don't say that. Say you've just got a shoulder injury.
Tom's excuses won't wash with Miriam. All she wants is the roses
A washing
and a date
joke.
with the winner.
I know we were gonna win.
I knew I was going to win. I think Miriam was quite happy because before she said she wanted me to win anyway, so I think she was pleased.
Congratulations,
I think
guys.
she really likes Scott.
Do you want to know what your date is today? You're going on a banana boat with Miriam and then some seaside drinks down by the beach.
Brilliant.
Okay. Alcoholism, hilarious.
I guess for today.
Oh, abducted. Put on those glasses and model.
Scott's final chance to impress Miriam one-on-one.
So we're going to push you into the ocean.
Dates with our sexy senorita, and she's hoping for a repeat of the fun they had
God,
last
he didn't
time
say
at the
senor.
beach.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Last time we went out on a date together, so I had so much fun with him.
Okay.
So I'm sure I'm gonna have, you know, same fun with him today. But I want him to be a little bit more romantic.
It's going to stay the same, just keep...
British men, sis, aren't very romantic. They're not hugely romantic.
the cool kind of vibes going and just see how it goes.
Very diplomatic.
All the
Okay.
time that I've been going out on a date with him, he never tried to make a move. So let's see if he makes a move today.
He hasn't
I
tried
would
to
love
make
to get intimate with her. Yeah, definitely. She's a lovely girl. She's very attractive, and yeah, I'd love to get a bit more close to her.
Oh my god, just straight up ask him, why don't you? Would you like to get intimate with Miriam? Well, you've got experience climbing rocks, haven't you? Slut. Holding
It's all
hands.
aboard Miriam's pink banana boat for the second to last date.
Who is the writer for this show? This presenter did not come up with all these puns and jokes by himself. All aboard Miriam's pink banana boat. Wow, I have to hear that again. What is that? That is disgraceful.
It's all aboard Miriam's pink banana boat for the second to last date, and Scott's last chance to get fruity.
Don't say fruity. Adrenaline's pumping, sis. I don't think nobody can look glamorous. Like, look. You just can't look glamorous doing, I was going to say water sports. Not that kind, sis. Get your minds out the gutter.
Good heavens.
You just can't look like a stately supermodel, can you? Stately supermodel? Doing all this at sea, can you? Just can't really.
Oh, today it was so much fun. I had so much fun. It was my first time doing the banana thing.
She was quite good at it. I think I was more scared than Miriam, and I've done it before.
Why are they showing her like bouncing around like this? Isn't her first rodeo? Look what Miriam can do. Got scared. Flying off. Dead.
I think I was better than Scott was. Because he fell down more times than I did.
Into the ocean. This looks exhausting.
When I screamed, he did too. It was fun. But he wasn't touched or anything like that. Scott is not like that.
Oh.
If I do get a signal there, then I will go for it, definitely. I'm not going to hold back if I do get
Are they
signal.
like, pretend to drown?
Rush into everything.
Can we
and
see your
start trying to go for
buttocks?
anything like that.
Is Miriam wearing a belt? Miriam's wearing a
daytime tweed with an evening
belt at sea? Am I going to get clocked for all this
really
music?
enjoying herself. We're both like having a good time and both having a laugh.
Yeah. Scott, do you love me?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Scott, do you love me?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Do you love me? That was production. That had to have been right. Because why else would they be standing here giving like a post-date interview and be like, do you love me? Like that's so... I've got a problem with that. That almost trivializes exactly what love is. Like, love is not 2 weeks on an Ibiza island in a dating competition. Did I say an Ibiza island? Right, okay, drink olives and some wine.
I'm not sure why Scott hasn't made a move on Miriam yet. Yeah, maybe he doesn't fancy her, or maybe she doesn't fancy him, or maybe the chemistry just hasn't been there yet for them. I don't know.
I love Englishmen. I think they're very funny, they're very polite.
A dog! Oh, a beautiful dog. Oh, I love dogs.
electric chair.
And they're very charming.
Gentlemen.
And the gentlemen, yeah.
Well, I don't
really
agree,
like
Miriam.
And
Sorry.
that's all the thing you look for in a man, so...
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I'm not going for physicals, I'm going for personalities.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I don't think so, Miriam. I think you are going a little bit for the muscle hunks, and that's fine.
As I keep spending more time with him, I keep liking him a little more and more.
I've met someone I do really like, and I feel more for her, like every time I see her kind of thing, like you feel something, and I do feel quite a lot for her, yeah. She's really nice.
You think?
Oh no, this is so sad. I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. If this was a trans-inclusive dating show and not almost like a trans shocker, like
Deception girl, she's a trap all along. Look what you're actually gay.
if there wasn't that, this would be quite a lovely show about navigating what it is to date as a trans person. I think that would have been such a cool, groundbreaking, insane show for that day and age. That would have actually aged a lot better than this. Well, obviously. But I think it would have actually, like, solidified this show as an incredible experience rather than, like, the joke that it is now. Like, when do you ever hear anyone talking about this show in a way that was like, oh, this was a groundbreaking, amazing show? No, this was, like, dirt, trash, TV, trickery nonsense. And that's the Darjeeling.
You think you're the one for me?
Do you think you're the one for me?
I can't answer that. You have to answer that.
Hopefully she does pick me at the end. I really, really hope, because that is what I want. I would love something to spend the week with her, definitely.
I think you also want the money, though, don't you, Scott? I actually think that Scott might want the money more. He said that before, but he hasn't alluded to it since. I think Tom might actually like her. Oh my god. We're gonna burgle you girls! Burgled at the pageant.
Hello? What have you been doing? Well, I've blown up 4 balloons. Time's running out now, so every minute possible we're trying to spend with Miriam. And obviously had an entire evening with her, and I had an entire evening here on my own. So I was a bit disappointed, a bit.
So no one's
envious.
flicking your bean,
Do you miss
Tom.
me?
Oh, we miss
Ooh. I think he really wants it really badly. I say that because everything that happens, he wants to know. He's always trying to do stuff to, like, impress or try and get more time with her and things like that. I missed you today.
See, I actually think that Tom likes Miriam more, because in the last episode, we saw that Tom would sneak away and, like, kiss her in her room at night. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think Scott actually wants the money. What a difficult predicament this is, because not only does it suggest that Miriam is lying, it's sort of almost... What's the word? It's almost inferring that Scott is lying as well. Oh, I don't know. It's really difficult to navigate this conversation because I know that Miriam is lying. She is 21 here as well. The guys are also quite young. Even if Miriam really liked Tom or Scott back in episode 1 and she was like, do you know what, actually, I'm just going to tell them off camera or something, that production would never have there would have been some thing somewhere that she would have signed that said, like, if you say that you're trans before the moment, like, you're going to be liable for this amount in damages or blah, blah, blah. There would have absolutely been some clause like that in her TV appearance contract. Oh, scandal, girls.
I missed you today.
I miss you too.
Oh, really?
With Scott upstairs, Tom's making up for lost time with Miriam.
I need big hugs. I really like you, you know.
That's what people say in relationships.
He always tries to get in there, like, he always tries to, like, when she went to bed, he said he'd be back in a minute to me while I was lying outside.
Need another one, Tom?
I'm going to go to the loo and I'll get us a drink on the way back. And I knew where he was going. He walked straight round to her door and knocked on her door. I thought, well, this is an ideal opportunity to make a...
This is really sad.
Detour via Miriam's bedroom.
Tom started knocking on my door. It's always...
He is also a bit strange, though. Like, he was the one on the first night that was like, let's all get naked and have a wank. So he is a little bit of a curious character, shall we say. I don't know. I can't remember him saying anything particularly problematic, unlike Toby or unlike... Oh, God, who was the other guy? The guy that she immediately evicted and he was like, I don't even like her anyway. Was his name Mark? I think it was Mark, wasn't it? Unlike Toby or Mark, I don't think that Tom has said anything particularly problematic. He's just been a bit quirky, which, like... Being a bit quirky is not a problem.
Tom started knocking on my door. It's always...
Styled for the pageant.
A little bit sneaky.
I went down and said, oh, did you want to borrow the toothpaste? Which, surely enough, she did.
We talked for a little bit.
Do you want to borrow my toothpaste?
A kiss? For a little bit. Just one kiss, small kiss. That's it.
Miriam, you sluts! Oh, Tom, you sluts! Oh no, that's so sad.
I just think it's so funny. I couldn't do that. I can't chase people, and that's what he's doing at the moment. I think he's in the chase. I wouldn't really say I was a sneaky person at all. I mean,
that is kind of sneaky.
We're at the vital part now where there's two.
You
of us
are
left,
also in a competition,
and you know we've both got a prime objective, and I just was looking for any moment I could get close.
Well, it's time for night. Oh, that was a quick evening.
Day here at the Playboy Mansion, and the competition is red hot between Tom and Scott.
Here at the Playboy Mansion? The Playboy what?
Here at the Playboy Mansion, and the competition is red hot between Tom...
Sued for copyright infringement! Okay, red hot blooded men are doing what now?
The competition is red hot between Tom and Scott to win Miriam's affections, the £10,000 and, of course, the Millionaire's Cruise. Yesterday, Scott was the first person to scale the city wall and win the date. But today, Miriam has asked me to help uncover the guy's innermost feelings towards her.
Right, okay. The boys' room!
Guys, how you feeling?
Dead.
Who's the more nervous?
Oh, they're in bed together.
Yeah, both very nervous.
Okay.
Well, today's last challenge is to woo Miriam with the depths of your feelings. Miriam wants you to write a love poem explaining why you should be the guy chosen. There you go.
Cheers.
Good luck, Scott.
Cheers. Good luck, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. The cat sat on them.
Well, basically in this poem, we're gonna try to find out if it ever have a romantic side and see if it truly love me.
The lads only have a couple...
I don't know, love is a bit of a strong word here. I don't think... Maybe this is a little bit of naivety on her half here because she's 21. Does she know... Do you even know what love is at 21? I'd like to think that I did know what it is. But I was also 21, so I was like, I'm in love. Spoiler alert, I was not in love. Love is a two-way street. If it's not a two-way street, it's infatuation, which is a different feeling. I mean, as an abstract challenge, sure. Write a love poem about someone you're trying to impress, sure. But the idea of saying, do they love me, is very confused. I think that's a confused sentence. A confused thought.
The lads only have a couple of hours to pen their perfect poem and woo Miriam's heart.
Their perfect poem for the chance to
good
pluck a penis.
I don't really want to make it too cheesy or anything like that, so I'm just going to write what I feel about things like in life general, so I think I'll just put that down.
Okay, all right.
Mexico is beautiful and the food there is really great.
Oh, we need free education.
But obviously
what's this montage?
So she probably wants something a bit sort of, you know, a few feelings and a bit of sensitive stuff, but I will work on it.
Writing time over, Miriam gathers her
Ooh, she's a
suitors to read
ghost.
for her in the gazebo.
Ooh. Poltergeist! Not the gazebo. Anything but the gazebo. Oh, here we go.
Every day I wake to find all these questions on my mind. The life we lead, the path we'll take, and what kind of future we will make. Every day I dream of love. What is love without life? What is life without love? The questions we ask every day and look to find in every way. To find this love, it should come from the heart, not swim a mile or drive a go-kart. But you'll know it's there, you'll breathe so deep, your heart will race, your hands will shake from the beautiful smile on their face. Every day I've seen this light, your smile, your eyes, such a beautiful sight. Now I awake with no question of any kind, just your beauty on my mind. Now I'll leave you with only one thing to say. Miriam, I'll think of you every day.
Gold star, well done, cringe but loving. That's kind of what it is.
That's very nice, Gabby. Oh.
Yeah, I think she really liked it. I think it touched a few spots. So
she's got a bug in her hair.
She said that I was quite romantic, so that was a good sign.
Oh, I've got goosebumps in like a weird, complicated. Stop doing all that! I've got goosebumps in like a weird, complex cringe, but also enjoyed in a weird way. Oh, I don't know, you know. It's a bit much, isn't it? It's like when people sing happy birthday in restaurants, like, it's lovely, it's nice, you're probably making someone feel great, but also, objectively, it's just a bit like... It's just strange.
This is called a poem for Miriam.
Okay.
There was this girl called Miriam. She was as soft and as gentle as a mouse. She had to live with these 7 crazy guys on the top of a hill in a big white house. Miriam, you're 1 in a million. You make me laugh, and whenever I'm around you, I always have a smile on my face. That's why I've been so competitive and almost killed myself in every race. I think I'm getting to know you now. I know you love watching cartoons, riding donkeys, and having siestas in your bed. And every day I look at you, I wonder what's going through your head. I think you're absolutely stunning. You've got beautiful teeth and lovely eyes. You're also really funny, and you're very smart and very wise. 'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here in sunny Spain. You are as beautiful as the summer's sky, and you are as warm as tropical rain. I've really enjoyed my time here. The evenings have been unforgettable, and the days have been really hot. And I know I couldn't think of a better dream than living with you on that beautiful yacht.
Oh, she rhymed something with yacht.
Nice, what's you? Oh.
I was glancing up and catching her eyes every now and again. She was very deep in thought, and I read it nice and slow and calmly, and I think she appreciated that, yeah.
Gosh, okay, the cringe is over now. Wow. Kind of weird that they made them read it in front of each other to her. I feel like that's a very strange choice by production, because that almost amps up the like, oh, isn't it embarrassing to love someone? And it's like, it shouldn't really be embarrassing to love someone. This is where I feel like British culture, for those of you who don't know, is very like stiff upper lip, don't show your emotions, blah, 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 blah. And it makes me react in the way that I just did. It kind of like seeing people in love is kind of like a mix of like, oh, disgusting, but also like, oh, that's sweet. It's very like, I don't know, just a full body experience. Whereas I feel like in lots of European cultures, especially in places like Italy, Spain, or France, they're very open, and they don't have the same sort of like weird Victorian attitude that we do towards people in love. I mean, why would they? They didn't have Queen Victoria. Anyway, that was a side note, complete side note, bizarre. All right, who is Miriam going to say has the best poem?
It was quite good, but I think mine was a bit better. Miriam, what did you think of the poems?
I think both of you, they were very great. Very good.
Yes.
I was very impressed, Scott, because
Tom?
I find out your romantic side, which is very good. And Tom, your poem, it was very funny, and it makes it great, you know. Very romantic and funny. I really like it a lot.
Cool. But Miriam, you've got to choose one for the final date.
Also, there's a large wasp, apparently.
Tom.
Thank you very much.
So she's kept it fair. One
Tom,
each,
you're
girl.
doing
You
a
each
romantic
get a
picnic
go on
in
Miriam.
Olive Grove. Oh, great. Super.
Olive Grove.
But I was quite pleased with myself, yeah, and I was really happy to win, yeah. Well, I think that was only because I had the date yesterday.
Yes, I would agree.
And it would be unfair for me to go again.
You would know. Tom would know that he's lost. What is this? Fate, love!
I'm going to be leaving the last impression with Miriam, you know. I'm like the last sort of date. And
oh no, it's the last date!
So hopefully that should work in my favour. I think on this date, Tom's going to try and pull off everything. But who wouldn't know? This is the last chance, it's the last night. He wants to be in her mind tonight. On the date, I just have to try and be, you know, perfect gentleman and try and any opportunity there is, I'll try and make a move I can, possibly, and just try and be really nice and friendly and carry on being the Tom that I've been.
Be careful.
Thought that was going to go up.
Slow, Thomas. Cheers for us. The last date.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers. Picnic here in this olive grove is beautiful. It's such a perfect romantic destination. It's really nice.
Well, I found Tom very interesting and very fun to be with, and he's very friendly, and he's very easy to talk with.
I just saw your pants.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to look. But they look good.
Shut up, Tom.
It's the champagne.
Tom asked me for permission to give me a kiss.
That was a weird moment. What was that about? I just saw your pants, and she's clearly like, oh, I don't know about that. Oh, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Like, I know that champagne makes you all giggly and silly, but like, oh, I don't know. That was such a moment. Oh, I'm getting so uncomfortable, girls.
Bitch, me too. The fuck?
Oh, it's just like weird. It's like someone said there's going to be not just a car accident, like a huge train collision at this time, and you're literally there at this time being like, well, 2 minutes, I'm gonna watch this thing happen.
Tom asked me for permission to give me a kiss. And then I say, okay, you have permission. And then we kiss.
Okay, so then I thought we could put his hand up her dress then. Oh.
I've been living with 6 guys in a bedroom for 2.5 weeks, so, you know, when you kiss somebody, it's a bit better than usual kiss, you know, it's kind of that extra bit far out, you know.
Okay, this is a bit much. Is this cameraman not uncomfortable?
It's a great kisser.
Oh, just tell him. No!
I'm not even hungry. Are you hungry? I'll just sit here and kiss, I think, for the rest of the day. Shall I open the box?
Yeah.
It's the boy.
That was so suddenly into the next scene then. Gosh, that was difficult to watch, wasn't it? They're just so... I really do get the feeling that Tom really likes Miriam, and he isn't just interested in the money. It's just sad to watch because, as I said, if this was open, that would actually be like a lovely moment of explaining and showing and demonstrating to people that trans love, or love that involves a trans person, is just the same as cis-het love, for goodness sake.
Boys last night in the villa, and Miriam has a toast for them all.
Oh,
I really enjoy being with you guys a lot.
Toast.
Sure.
Cheers.
Last night.
Cheers,
Pool
Scott.
cam. What?
Tom's got a secret on the mind.
But the friendly atmosphere soon changes when Miriam decides to lavish her affections on Scott. Jealousy is in the air.
Oh my god!
I don't know if she's doing it on
That's
purpose.
a bit cringe.
She'll come to me and she'll put her legs around me and stuff like that and kiss and things like that. And I actually feel sorry and I feel a bit awkward because
I'm not
surprised.
surprised.
He's thinking exactly what.
Did you see Scott's eyes then literally go to the floor?
Because Tom's sitting there.
How awkward is that? Oh, I don't like Miriam's behaviour there. I don't think that that's particularly fair. You are still interested in these men, are you not? Like, you've just had a date with that guy. There's many levels of oddities to this show, isn't there? So, I have very complicated feelings towards... Miriam? Am I allowed to say that? Rest her soul. I don't think that I could behave in the way that Miriam is behaving here with these guys. I don't think that I could flirt with one and then after being on a date with the other one, like sitting right next to each other and just being like, well, I'm gonna put my legs around this guy now. Like, I just don't think that that's... I don't know. It's indicative of a personality trait rather than it being explicitly wrong. Do you know what I mean? But I think that's just also me. I would just feel so uncomfortable. I mean, they have been drinking, and it looks like they've been kind of drinking all day at this point. Like champagne at picnic. What was the picnic time? 1 o'clock, and now it's 10 p.m. and she's on the beer. Like, she's clearly a bit tiddly plops. But it still makes for very awkward viewing to watch someone get outright rejected and then feel jealous. Like, to watch someone be jealous in live... Well, I guess this isn't live, but it's almost live view, if you know what I mean. To watch someone's jealous about, like, love interests is so... It produces such weird conflicting, like, emotions, because it's sad, but it's also like, oh my God, how awful.
And I bet he's thinking exactly what I'd be thinking. I'd think, well, hang on a minute, there's 2 of us here. But I suppose she's only got 2 legs and she's only got 1 set of lips, so she can't have us both at the same time. It'd be good, though.
You know, you don't play with people's feelings.
Yeah, Miriam, you just did. Does he want to Eiffel Tower Miriam with Tom?
Stonehenge.
Sure. Do you know what? Yeah. It'd be a very interesting finale if that happened. No wonder why Endemol Worldwide blocked it.
You don't play with people's feelings. And it's just something that you don't do. And I feel like this time I've been playing with people's feelings.
Yes.
And flirt with someone, and give him a kiss, then flirt with somebody else and treat him nice. And the jealousy, you know, I feel like, you know, I've been playing with everybody's feelings. But it's part of the show, you know. The guys have to do their thing, I have to do my thing. And I have to get to know them and see who's gonna be the one.
Relax. Welcome to Miriam's
That's Yeah, she was very much into Scott last night, so I sort of came back sort of feeling in pole position, and then when she came home and did that, I kind of went back to level heads again.
Yeah, I'm really not enjoying
the only one
that.
who's unsure. Miriam's worried about how the boys will react to her
I think
big
Miriam's
secret.
really drunk.
No, because you don't guys understand how hard it is for me.
We know, we understand more.
We do know,
it's harder for you.
We
than
look
us.
at you every time there's an eviction. I look at you and I know how hard it is for you.
We know.
Honestly, and we're there for you as well. Don't worry.
Every time I meet a new guy, it's very hard to tell him what I am. Well, usually when I don't care about the person, it's not hard at all. But when someone doesn't know and is falling for me, it's hard to tell them what I am.
Wow. So we're actually getting a peek into here of that kind of guilt, that kind of, you know, I want to share this big part of my life with this person, and I'm in a show that doesn't let me, it's not letting me do that. Is this the first time that we've kind of seen this level of, like, uncertainty, I'd say? This sort of, like, what do you describe it when someone is like this? Like, they do it a lot in Old English writing where they're like, he was like this, and then like this, because he was... blank word, I can't think what it is. You know, when you're, like, torn between 2 ideas, or conflicting emotions happen. Clearly she wants to tell them, but she's also very cautious and aware of what that means. But if she was really aware of what that means, how has it gone on this long? Oh, what did production have on you, Miriam?
And we know that something's got to go.
Yeah, I don't tell people what I am just in the first day, you know, I get them to know me first, you know, but let's see what happens. I hope they don't take it personal. I don't...
So what Miriam has said there is actually quite a lot of trans people's experience in terms of if they're living stealth. Quite often, I say quite often, not every single trans person will disclose their status as a trans person, usually within the first couple of dates or a little while down the line. For me, it's one of those things, I'm incredibly upfront about it. I think because of my job, which is this, and because of the fact that, you know, I'm watched by millions of people around the world, it would be ridiculous if I met someone, didn't tell them I was trans, and then they went to their friend and was like, oh my God, I'm dating this girl, her name's Luxeria, and then they were to Google me and find out. That would be heartbreaking and mistrustful, I think. It is difficult because I fully understand the want to be stealth. I'm stealth in every aspect of my life except the internet, I guess, which is weird because the internet is also a gigantic part of my life. I understand where Miriam is coming from because it is a lot of trans people's fantasy to be like, I've met someone, we're getting along great, I've told them that I'm trans and it's not even been a thing. And that is such a rarity. I don't feel like I hear a lot of those things happening, a lot of those situations happening, and it being safe, but also happy. I feel like disclosure is a very personal thing, but I will always err on the side of be honest and upfront with someone because I would want to know something that important to someone else if I was going to date them.
Let's see what happens. I hope they don't take it personal.
Let's see what
I don't
happens.
think nothing bad is gonna happen, you know. If they love me, they're gonna love me for who I am.
Oh, I think you're putting a lot of trust in these men.
Are you scared about tomorrow, or have you already made up your mind?
I'm scared.
I thought you would be.
After sending Scott to fix drinks, Tom takes the opportunity to get close to Miriam.
I bet Scott was like, I can't wait to get out of this awkward situation.
I couldn't find the orange juice. Did you look in the cupboard? Next to the fridge, on the left of the fridge. I was in the cupboard.
Did you look in the cupboard?
Scotty, I love you, man. I'll go next time. It's all right.
Big one.
Oh, it's so weird! What a weird show! Even just like taking out this whole thing of like, she's a
lovely woman.
It's like just so fucking weird to watch a dating show where like actually legitimate feelings are being hurt by people. Dating is a competition in general in real life anyway. Sort of? I don't know, is that kind of gross to say? But you don't actually ever like see it. So this is weird. I need another drink. Right, here we go. Time for some tongue action, I guess. Oh, he really likes her. Oh, no. Look at his body language.
I could kiss you forever.
Ah!
Well, all night, and then I'd be tired by the morning. But I could kiss you for like 2 hours, maybe. Free.
Scott hasn't returned from the kitchen. Miriam goes looking for him.
Something is not right.
It's hard. It's hard. It's
What's
really
wrong
hard.
with you?
Well, I don't know.
I saw his eyes that were like so red, like he wanted to cry.
So what's wrong then?
Because I'm not. I don't know. It's just hard. I really like you, and it's hard for me.
What's hard then?
Because I don't want to not lose, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? Leave.
Awkward. How sad.
Because I do like you, so.
So you're jealous?
I asked him like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, I just feel like I'm not gonna win. And I'm like, why would you say that? And he says like, no, I just feel it. And then I say like, well, Scott, you know, I really like you, both of you in different ways, you know, but I have to choose only one, you know, and I think you should be ready for it, you know, as same as Tom, you know, because I don't even know who I'm gonna pick, you know, I'm equal at this moment. I like you both, you know.
Yeah, I'm not just saying this, but I do. I really like you. I think you're brilliant.
Oh, I don't know.
I really do like her. I think she's
Does he just
really
want the money?
nice. She's got a lovely personality. She's really good looking.
Look at me in the eyes.
I wish we had more than 8 pixels.
No, I'm not jealous.
I don't know how Scott is gonna react.
Why would you ask him? Are you jealous? Are you jealous?
So I didn't kiss him because I know the way he thinks, you know, like he's very sensitive, and I don't know.
But you've just been kissing.
I think you're brilliant.
Tom.
And I've never met anyone like you. Never in my life.
With Miriam and Scott making up.
Trans people are brilliant, and you won't meet 2 trans people who are the same. But what an awkward moment that was.
Tom's left out in the cold.
Oh my God, what is going on in that room?
Around outside. I didn't think it would ever get to me like this, but no, I started getting jealous. And
I'm not surprised.
I'm not trying to be nasty or anything.
What is there lightning happening in this room? Poltergeist. What's this 80s deception at the prom? So now it's becoming a 3-way date for the final meal? Are they eating? But it's like midnight. Is this production's like uplifting storyline moment being like, and actually it was all for nothing because they got happy and drunk at the table, girls. Oh, this is so awkward. How sad. Oh no, what's gonna happen?
You like ping pong?
Did he just call her ping pong?
You like ping pong? Why
did he call her ping pong? Why would he call her ping pong? That's so weird. I've heard people call Thai ladyboys ping pongs, and that makes me go like, hugely problematic language, A, but B, does Tom know? Am I reading too much into this? Am I overanalyzing this? Is this racism tinted with transphobia and homophobia in guise of a television show from the mid-2000s? My poor wee little brain can't deal with this. Oh, not the can I have a hug guy. Oh, he's smashed, look. Very good equality. Oh, wow, this is a heartstrings episode. I've felt like 28 different emotions and I don't think I can name them all. Is she actually sad? She must feel so distraught at this moment. Oh dear. Don't have a fight.
I kind of cried last night when I saw
I'm not
everybody, like
surprised.
Scott and Tom separate, you know, and like all the stuff that Scott tell me, you know, it got into my heart, and I kind of cry a little bit.
Oh, I've got goosebumps. Oh no.
We don't want you to be upset, you know, it's really hard.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Have a hug. A cuddle.
To her room again.
I could tell he was moving his way in like a hawk. And he jumped in there and he tried getting the last words in, all these little whispers in her ear and that. And I just looked and thought, what a sneaky prat.
Sneaky prat!
Scott, I love to kiss you, but Scott's sitting over there, you know, by the wall. No sneaking, no.
That was a bit sneaky, Tom.
Yeah, no, for real, yeah. Scott told me that, did he?
Stop being a sneaky prat.
Pinky.
I promise.
Good night, sweetheart.
No.
God bless.
Good night. Oh, how
Good night,
awkward.
Scotty.
Fucking knob. Fucking know something like that.
Oh. Are they going to have a fight? Oh no, the electricity's out, girl. Someone didn't put money on the lecky.
In a matter of moments, Miriam will reveal who has won her heart and the chance to get to know her better on a Mediterranean cruise with £10,000 spending.
£10,000!
So, as the romantic adventure of
Oh,
a lifetime
God, here we go,
draws to a
girls.
close, how are Tom, Scott, and Miriam feeling?
Right, let's have a little recap, I guess. Is this a recap? Oh dear, I'm tidying up.
We knew it was going to come to an end, but don't worry about it. It's going to be a happy end for one of us.
I'm feeling very nervous this morning, yeah, about the
Not a
eviction.
happy ending.
I'd love to win it really badly, yeah. I've sort of denied the
With
fact
all the
that it was
spaghetti?
coming, and now it's here, and I can't deny it anymore. I've got to face it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do want it, yeah.
Who's going to win?
But it's just 50-50 now, isn't it? Yeah.
Who's going to win?
We're still good mates, I think, me and Scotty, aren't we, Scotty? Yeah.
Pointless otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a few fights last
I
night.
know who wins?
Scott lost them all.
Oh dear.
Last night was just so like...
VOC!
She was like more onto me than I'm onto Tom. Tom was sneaking about trying to, give the last few words in that. And he really wants it. I think he's actually fallen in love with her. I don't think he's ever had a girlfriend in his life, and I think he's only just turned... straight, so I think it could be good for him to win it. But if not, then hope he will find some kind of lady out there for him if this is not the one.
I mean, sure, like male banter, sure. I've never been involved in it, so I don't really know. Is that normal? Do guys normally talk like that about each other? Is that ribbing? Ugh.
On the other side of the villa,
Ha,
Miriam's
you're gay!
preparing
Is that
herself
what
to
it
tell
is?
the boys the secret she's been keeping from them for 14 days.
God, it made it sound like she was going to go douche.
I'm not nervous. I'm excited. What am I gonna say? I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I swear, it will just come from the heart.
How are you even going to say it?
It will just happen, and
I hope with all my heart that she doesn't decide to use the phrase, I was born a man. I hope so much. Oh, God. How would I even approach this situation? If for some weird twist of universal nonsense fate, how would I even approach this? How would I even explain that I'm a transsexual woman? Jeez. Blah, blah, blah. I just throw up everywhere.
It will just happen in the moment. I think Tom is a really nice person. I think he will accept me for the way I am.
Yeah.
Scott, it's gonna be difficult for him to understand what I am.
Really?
I think he's very mature, but he's very sensitive inside, and he's very straight.
Very straight. I wonder why she decided to use that word. All right, girls, are you ready? It's the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've been preparing myself for the rejection, and I'm prepared. I'm a strong woman. Look.
You are strong, Miriam. A bit deranged, but aren't we all? Right, here we go. At the Playboy Mansion. Oh.
It's been a roller coaster 2 weeks for Scott and Tom, and they're about to find out there's something about Miriam.
Oh, for goodness sake, stop showing this shot. Is this how she... That's not how she's going to reveal it, surely. Surely that's not how it's going to happen.
I think it's about time for them to know what's going on.
What's with it? Shum.
Congratulations, you've made it.
Oh God.
You've both done fantastically
What a top she's
well,
on.
and I know you've enjoyed yourselves. But as you've known all along, there can only be one winner.
Only one will make it to the pageant, girls.
One of you will be offered the trip of a lifetime with
Where's my
Miriam
pulse?
and £10,000.
Feeling very nervous about today's eviction. Yeah. Deep truth is, I still really don't know. It's still 50-50. I honestly don't know. But let's hope I win. I think it's going to be a surprise. And I do like surprises, so we'll wait and see.
You're going to regret saying that on national television, sis.
And the first surprise for Scott and Tom is that all the contestants have been brought back to the villa for Miriam's big announcement.
Okay, how horrible. Oh no. So they've all had a lovely holiday somewhere.
Welcome back, guys, and big thanks to all of you for being such fantastic players.
At least Miriam looks incredible here.
We're down to the final two. I can tell that you're all very nervous.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm going to put you out of your misery and ask Miriam
We're going to shoot you.
the winner.
Tom, you're funny, you're hilarious, and you always make me happy.
I'm shaking.
Scott, you're brilliant, fantastic, and honest. But we all know one of you has to be the winner.
Oh, for God's sake.
And the winner is... Tom, you're the winner!
Oh my God! Oh God, what's with the music? Oh my God! So, picked a winner before revealing. I'm still nervous, girls. We're not there yet. Okay, Tom won. He seems like the nicest.
Tom's beaten Scott in the race to win Miriam's heart. But before they can sail away together on the Millionaire's Cruise, he has to be told what the something is.
Tom,
here we go.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, brilliant, fantastic, amazing, great.
Well, in the bay, there's a luxury cruiser waiting for you and Miriam with £10,000. But before you claim the prize, Miriam has something to say.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys, this has been a whole new experience for me, and such a great time. And I will never, never forget this moment. I try to be honest with all of you as much as I can.
Toby.
Yes, I'm from Mexico. I'm a model, and I'm 21. But
his eye is
Tom,
twitching.
I really love spending time with you. and kissing you. You see, I love men, and I love being a woman. But, shh, quiet, everybody, please. Quiet.
They know. How degrading. Oh my God!
You see, Tom? I'm not a woman.
Oh, incorrect.
I was born as a man.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. I told you all along. I told you guys. Where they got that yacht? I knew it, man. Sorry.
Shut up.
Is there anything you'd like to ask Miriam, Tom?
How degrading.
Well, I'm obviously shocked, as you can guess, so I don't know, really. I'm kind of lost for words, for once.
Her nipple is about to pop out. I can't believe that she said then that I'm not a woman, because that is exactly what you are. Oh, right, okay.
Well, it's a big shock, but it's a shock that still needs a decision. As I've said, there is a boat in the bay for you and Miriam with £10,000 on board. Miriam's waiting for an answer. Are you going to go?
10?
Yeah, I'll go. Of course, yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Of course, yeah. You know, we're all good friends here. And
give him a round of applause, guys.
Yay.
Tom, there's nothing else for me to say except there is a boat waiting outside for you with £10,000 on board. Have a fantastic holiday.
Good, mate.
yeah, right, yeah.
I can tell he was in shock. I was in shock. I couldn't even speak. And at the moment, it was just... I didn't know what to say.
I've got so many thoughts about how that went down just then. I'm going to try and, like, formulate my thoughts a little bit. But, my goodness me. Okay, first of all, how laughy and weird were the guys behind then? Just being like, ah, blah, 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 blah. I'm surprised that it went that... I guess that smoothly, shall I say? Because I was expecting a bit more of an explosive reaction than that, but it just seemed like, I don't know, Tom seemed confused and a bit sort of like dejected, but he didn't seem overtly emotional. The guys in the back were laughing. I can't distinguish what Dom said. I think he said something like, you should go, Tom. Because obviously there's still 10 grand here and the chance that, like, true love, the fact that Toby was like, I told you, Ugh, that was grim.
And it just happened, I told him. I don't know, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I told you when I was on that yacht, didn't I say, that's a man, conspiracy theory in your face. I couldn't believe it. I just, you know, you either laugh or cry, so I think I just laughed.
At someone.
You had to laugh, didn't you? Bit gutted for old Tom, but never mind. And I think I felt sorry for old Scott, but...
Mate, that's all we've talked about for the last 3 days, mate. She's had a hairy back, she's got hairy cheeks.
If I'm speaking totally honest and totally truthful, while I was in the house, I hoped that she wasn't a man, but when I came out of the house, I definitely knew for a fact that she was like that.
There's a man who became woman's legs,
mate. I'd still nail it.
I thought she was a man.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I just think it's just complete sort of... I just don't know. I mean, really, I'm kind of speechless in a way, because to find out about, you know, obviously that Miriam is a...
He's trans? Don't say it.
Is a man. It's kind of like... quite worrying.
Hilarious. So funny. Pathetic. Yeah, see, you didn't actually find it funny.
How big's your cock? As a man, she's very attractive. I mean, at the end of the day, as you probably see on camera and that, I've snubbed a few blokes in my time, and to be honest, 99% of them probably aren't as attractive as her.
Maybe she got a boner and we didn't even know, you know, and the tape would have broke if she was taping it down. I got no idea, but basically, yeah, it was a big shock.
It must have been very hard for her to obviously express at the end. I mean, she's been with us for ages, and to have that secret and try and get along with us, and we're, you know, obviously trying to win, it must have been very difficult at the end.
Oh my god, is that a sense of actual fucking humanity from Aaron? Holy shit. Genuinely shocked about that. Oh my god, thank fuck that there was just that slight amount of humanity there, because that rep person being like,
maybe she got a boner and popped her tape.
Just fucking get a grip, sir. Move on with your life. Ugh, disgusting. And that Dom guy, Dom there is a very interesting character. It's always the Marines, isn't it? Always the Marines. How truly disgraceful this show was.
To win, it must have been very difficult at the end.
I've never seen it.
When she first come out of it, I just thought to myself, this must be fake, this can't be real, it's just... And I had a little laugh about it, really. But now, I don't respect her one bit. But if she did tell me she was a man straight away, and she was born like that, then I respected her. But now she's lied, it's just, I just don't feel nothing, I just don't want to think about it, really.
Born as a man is such a violent sentence.
Back in his bedroom, Tom's having second thoughts about going on the yacht.
I wouldn't have gone. If I was in Tom's position, I wouldn't have gone. There's no way. 10 grand or no 10 grand.
I don't think I would have gone on the yacht. I don't really care. 10 grand's 10 grand at the end of the day. It would have been nice to have the money, but I wouldn't want a second more with her.
Would I kiss her for 10 grand? Of course I would. Who wouldn't? Probably do something worse.
The trip on
Is someone laughing in the background there at that?
Probably do something worse.
There was a second laugh there. Did you hear that? A woman's laugh.
Probably do something worse.
The trip on a yacht.
Again, trans people, the butt of the joke. It's so funny that someone who lives life slightly differently to you is just pant-wettingly hysterical to you. This section is really hurtful.
Would top it off nicely. And to be honest, I might have got glimpses of what was down her necks.
It's not really a nice thought when you know she's got, you know, a sausage and 2 balls down there, you know.
Later, Tom's decided not to go on the yacht with Miriam. The truth has been too hard to take.
I'm feeling very shocked, you know, to say the least, really. Just very shocked. And I wouldn't want to spend a week on a boat with someone I couldn't trust. I don't want to spend a week on a boat with someone who's deceived me and everybody in the house. Someone that's lied. And that's it, really.
Having been rejected by Tom, Miriam's left to take the Mediterranean cruise alone.
It's a normal reaction. I've been through this so many times, and I know how they react. You know, some people, they can take it, some other people, they cannot take it, and they're gonna say like, oh, I know, like I was fooled from a girl that is not a girl. I would say sorry, you know, because I lied to them. Not only Tom, to the other boys too. And my message for them will be, I'm a human being and I'm a normal person. And don't judge people for what they are outside, judge people for what they are inside.
It's not the best message to leave it on, sis, because the whole thing was based around deception.
Who'd have thought of it?
Good luck to her. If she wants to be a girl, she can be a girl. He should be a girl.
I'm sure that it's going to affect all of us for a long time.
Wow. So it just suddenly ends there with Mark laughing about the whole thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, my loves. I have some thoughts. So, I feel very attacked. I actually feel a little bit disheveled from that. I feel like I've been on quite an emotional roller coaster myself. So, there are loads of different points going around in my mind right now that can reflect multiple different expressions of opinions. First of all, I want to keep it a bit lighter by saying the fact that Aaron was just like, it must have been very difficult for her to have to hide this, blah, 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 blah. I feel like that was the nicest little segment that we saw in that last like 10 minutes, which was just based around this deception coming to light, her revealing her true self to them. The very fact that the editing in this show at that reveal section tried to drag it out for as long as possible to make the emotions really surge, really get like so high and intense. It just goes to show what I've been saying throughout this entire series, that it's all about this moment. It was all about this moment. I can understand that the guys' consent had been taken away by the idea of this show in general, but the sort of laddish talk with each other afterwards, especially Toby being like just quite vile about the whole thing, is not, that's absolutely not for me. And I know that these sorts of things happen and they still happen now. It makes me realize actually how lucky I am in my life to have a very loving partner and to have a really strong support network, because it actually makes me realize how difficult it would have been for trans people to date, even as recently as 20 years ago. I'm feeling a certain type of way after this show. I don't really like that. That has left me with such conflicting emotions. Oh, difficult to process. I feel like I've been a bit traumatized, actually. Oh, God. I can totally see why Endemol wants this show buried. They do not want anyone to see this. They don't want to be associated with this brand. They don't want anything to do with it. Apparently, I've heard through the grapevine that there's going to be a documentary on Miriam Rivera, and lots of this show, I bet, is going to be featured in that, which is probably exactly why Endemol are worldwide blocking my videos, because they don't want this to come to light. They want to control a narrative, and they're probably going to try and spin this in a way that was like, and it was really great for trans rights. No. This show was disgusting. It should not have existed in any way, shape, or form, and I'm absolutely glad that it got slated across the entire world by all sorts of press, because if this had gotten any amount of positive reception, this company would have made so many more of these seasons. I'm going to leave this on my final notes here of, I've never been privy to how men talk about trans people behind their backs, but that Dom guy is such a confusing person. The fact that he was like, I'd still hit on that. I wonder if she's got a bigger cock than me, blah, blah, blah. It's just such strange. I don't know. It doesn't leave me feeling like, wow, that's a nice guy that I would love to, you know, have in my friendship circle. And I will be doing another video on this show about what happened after the show, because judging from everyone's reactions there, like especially Tom, who decided not to go on the boat and get like the money and stuff, it just goes to show that this whole show was kind of basically for nothing. It was here to humiliate a trans person, really. It wasn't in any way, shape or form educational. It wasn't here to change people's minds. It wasn't here to raise awareness. It was here purely to create a bit of a joke, because every single contestant on this show was chosen very specifically to make this kind of TV content. And I'm kind of left feeling a bit like, oh, grim. I'm going to collect my thoughts, and I'm probably going to revisit this actually a bit better, my thoughts here, in the next video that I do in this series, which will be what happened after There's Something About Miriam. So, my loves, with that being said, I think I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you to all the Patreons that have been able to make this video series and this video in general work. Thank you so much for all of your support. I kind of am feeling a little bit dejected and a little bit weird. So I want to say a huge thank you to the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen here, my loves. Yes, you can. I am also going to be streaming back on Twitch now that I'm recovering from my own breast augmentation. You can go and follow me over on there. It is Luxeria Plays. I will be reinventing, that's not the word. I will be redoing my Twitch shoutouts very, very, very soon. So go over and join me over there for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Aloria, Luke Peterson, Steph Utek, Orkos Samoji, Beebles32, Camille Sara, Shell Herman, Christy Crownover, Christina Kyle, Connor, ContraPoints, Danielle, Danny Smith, Dr. A, Elizabeth Stone, Eric Castillo, Jen Martin, Jenabeth Herman, Jenny Hendricks, Caitlin Wright, Catherine Ritter, Laura Jane again, Les Banana, Lisa Pennington, Min Min TM, Mariah Sherman, Nixie Tricks, Paolo Rivera, Rachel the Seabiscuit, Ryan Vita, Sexy Texy RN, Slampire Queen, Traverful, Tromo, Victoria Corella, and Zoe Sevier. And you know what, my loves? I'm going to leave it on the note of, wow, just don't get involved with reality TV. It's just not worth it. Huh.